In honor of the live-action remake, today we are going to be recreating characters from How to Train Your Dragon in The Sims 4, obviously. Clearly we are here in Create a Sim. Before we start, I want to let you guys know a couple of things. Number one, there is a criminal lack of How to Train Your Dragon custom content for The Sims 4, so this is going to be a difficult one. I know some of you are going to be happy about that, some of you are not going to be happy about that, but I'm so sorry. I myself am not a custom content creator. And number two, I think I'm going to be basing these off of the How to Train Your Dragon 2 looks, or more specifically when the characters are around like 19 to 20 years old. Maybe for Hiccup and Astrid I might make a younger and older version of them because I feel like they're the characters that change looks wise the most. The rest of like the main characters that are the same age as Astrid and Hiccup don't really change a lot looks wise from the first to the second movie. Also, if you've never heard of How to Train Your Dragon, which if you haven't, definitely go watch it. It is a amazing movie. One of my favorites growing up. But a short about of the movie. This is from the How to Train Your Dragon fandom wiki.com. How to Train Your Dragon is a computer animated comedic fantasy adventure film loosely based on the first book in a series by Cressida Cowell of the same name. The movie is centered around a teenage Viking by the name of Hiccup who lives in the island of Berk with the rest of his tribe. Over the course of 7 generations, Berk has continuously been raided by dragons of all different species, prompting a war between them and the tribe. That's a very brief summary of the movie. I don't want to spoil too much if you haven't seen it, but there might be spoilers ahead. Okay, I'm done yapping. Let's get into the Create a Sim, shall we? I think I want to start with Roughnut. Once again, I have to stress, these characters might look a little different from how they do in the movies, as there is no Viking or medieval, like, proper looking custom content for these characters. I'm so sorry. But while I create Roughnut's face, let me tell you a little bit about her. Once again, all this information is from howtotrainyourdragon.fandom.com. Roughnut is tomboyish in nature, mostly because she is a Viking, but she does tend to find it offensive when her twin negatively comments about her physique. Roughnut can often be as smug, snarky, irresponsible, and sometimes downright vicious, but she also has a strong, compassionate, and selfless side. I would say that Roughnut is definitely most well known for being the only other like girl in the main cast and also the twin of Toughnut. Hey besties, I'm just popping in here to kindly ask you to use code Ryeua next time you're going to be purchasing anything Sims from the EA app, as I receive a small commission when you do so. You can also use code Ryeua when you buy The Sims and The Sims 2 Legacy Edition, My Sims Cozy Bundle, EA Sports FC25, Dragon Age, and if you use code Ryeua when you're purchasing F125, you will get a 15% discount off that title specifically. Once again, use code Ryeua at checkout in the EA app, and thank you so much in advance if you do so, as it supports me and my channels. Here's the face that I came up with for Roughnut. I really did try my best. These characters' designs are very exaggerated. Roughnut has a very long face, and I wanted to incorporate her long face, but I also wanted her to not look absolutely ridiculous. I met a little bit in the middle. I do think maybe her eyes are a little bit big, so let me actually just droop them down a little bit. I'm just fighting with the fact that their pupils are huge, and I don't have any eyes that are like that. Oh, anyways, I also did forget to put a skin detail on her. Normally I use a Twisted Cat one, but this time around I think I'm going to use my Lamatisse one just because it's a little bit more grittier, which I think works better for these characters. Starting off also with a little bit more skin details, I don't really want to give these characters makeup as I don't think that they're wearing any, but I am noticing that Roughnut here has a little bit of like a blush to her, so I'm gonna add that, as well as her lips are like an orangey color, which I can add with this. Once again, I want to keep it natural, like so. Same thing with the lashes. I want to do a one from Miko though, so that they look a little bit more natural. I really like these downturned ones that I have. They are looking a little funky with this eye shape though, so maybe I might just go for like one like this that's blonde or like brown. Yeah, just a little something. And I think that's pretty much it for her like face. The hair is where it's gonna get a little complicated. Now, I know that you guys might be mad at me, but you know that there is just no hair that looks like this. No Sims 4 creator has made a hair like this. So we're gonna have to find some sort of like long braid pigtails? I don't know. Something similar at least. She has pretty blonde hair, so maybe like this shade. I don't know. We'll look for options, I guess. Wait, honestly, this is not very long, but like it's kind of giving the vibes. Definitely something to keep in mind. I also have this one by Twisted Cat, which is a little bit longer, a little less puffy. Another one to keep in mind. Ooh, this one too, which I like. It's a little messier as well. Okay, wait, maybe I actually have quite a bit of options. Oh, I think we might have to go with this one, besties, because she does have some like rope or something, some sort of tie tie around her hair, and this hairstyle clearly has that. I feel like it's probably the most accurate that we're gonna find. I'm actually surprised that I even have a hairstyle like this. I did download a, in heavy quotations, Viking helmet. Hopefully it downloaded correctly, but she is wearing a Viking helmet, so let's put a one on her. Here she is. I would say hers is a little bit more, I don't even know. It doesn't even look like a stereotypical Viking helmet, but I'm gonna go with this more like brown colored one just to match her aesthetic of, I guess, the color of her hair. I don't know. And I'm not seeing any like jewelry or anything on her, so I think this is gonna be her face slash head all complete. Let's move on to her outfit. Here is where I'm definitely gonna struggle. Let's see what we can find. I'm just gonna scroll aimlessly through this, and if I see something that I'm like, ooh, maybe this, then I'll let you guys know. I feel like we might have something that's in like Get to Work or something with like the acting career. This honestly isn't too bad. I know it's like a pirate costume, but like I'm working with what we got, okay? This isn't the worst either, honestly. Oh, wait. Hello? What the heck is this? Wait, why does this like really work? What is this supposed to be for? Well, all right. I'm not complaining. I'm just confused. This is going better than I thought it was gonna go. I'm pretty pleased. Hope you guys are too. Let me know in the comments down below. I do want to give her some bandage. Oh, okay, we can only have one at a time. Yeah, that makes sense. Don't piss me off, okay? Jeez. Like, why? Like, actually, though. Whatever, I'm sure I have something else. I think these might be from when I did my arcane video, but they work. We could also do these, but I feel like these are a little bit more appropriate. And with that, I think that's gonna be Roughnut's outfit all complete. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. Thank God they have last names, because we know most of these characters do not have last names. It's just not a thing. I don't know why. Maybe I might just give them all like animal lovers since they're all dragon riders. I would say that Roughnut is childish. That gave me a heart attack. I would also say she's a love bug. Why are we doing that again? Because isn't there like an underlying plot thread where she's like hitting on, I want to say Snotlout? I could be mistaken. And she has a sensitive side, so I feel like love bug kind of goes with that a little bit. Let's give her active as well. And with that, here we have Roughnut all complete. I love how she turned out. Once again, super happy how she turned out. Moving on next, obviously we have to make her brother. While I make his face, let me tell you a little bit about him. Although never said throughout the movies and shows, Toughnut seems to be the dominant twin. He and his sister love to get into trouble, even if it means getting scolded by the chief of the village. He enjoys the chance to argue and wrestle with his sister, although it usually ends with Roughnut overpowering him, either verbally or physically. Toughnut appears to show a thrill-seeking and masochistic personality, displaying an attraction to dangerous situations, and seems to enjoy or looks forward to whatever bodily harm he might receive. We don't shame around here, but he's a freak. Here is the face that I put together for Toughnut. I did play with genetics to create Roughnut here. Sorry, Toughnut. Added the same overlay. I did change the color of his eyes, as his eyes are a little bit more of like a color blue rather than like a gray color. And I also changed his nose because him and his sister have very different noses. Now, moving on to his hair. His hair, I don't know the proper term for it. Is it maybe Viking braids? To me, I would describe the hairstyle that he has as dreadlocks, but I don't know if that's the correct term for it. His hair is also very specific, so we're definitely not going to be able to get anything that is exactly like what he's got, because he has like dreadlock-like hair with little like clip type things, pieces of metal, and then they're like braided in the front like a beard. We definitely don't have anything like that, but we'll hopefully have something. And also his hair is kind of like mac and cheese colored, I would say, so we're gonna go with that as well. I would say that this is kind of similar to what he's got going on. I don't like the mac and cheese color. I might go with something like this maybe, just to like make it not mac and cheese colored. I'm gonna look in feminine hairs as well, because you never know, there might be something in there that's even better. Yeah, I still think this is gonna be our best bet. Also, to go back to Roughnut for like 2 seconds, I swear I just saw a version of this hair, yeah, here, that has baby pieces. Oh my god, so much better. She was looking so bald at the front of her head. Glad that I fixed that. For Toughnut here, gonna give him the same hat that I gave his sister. Absolutely perfect. And I think that's gonna be it for Toughnut's face. Let's move on to his outfit. Actually, before we do that, really quick, I'm looking at this picture of him and he's looking a little bit more tan, a little bit more like pinky toned than his sister is. Yeah, let's go for that. A subtle change, but I don't know, just felt necessary. Anyways, to the outfit. Once again, keep low expectations for the outfit, as I don't know what we've got. I promise I tried my hardest to look for custom content. There just wasn't any. I did find this top in Get Famous, and I really like that it has the spikes on it because he has these like really spiky shoulder pads. Ooh, and I like these pants to go with it. I'm assuming he's wearing some big chunky boots too, because they're all wearing big chunky boots for some reason. Like so. I mean, I'm not too mad at it. I think it looks decently accurate, honestly. Moving on to traits and aspirations. Once again, gonna give him the friend of the animals. I think I'm gonna give him chased by death, since he seems to like bodily harm to himself, for lack of a better term. I'm also gonna give him slob, and let's also give him childish like his sister. And with that, this is going to be our Toughnut recreation all complete. Once again, I think I killed it, not gonna lie. Moving on, we are going to do Fishlegs next. While I make his face, let me tell you a little bit about him. Fishlegs is probably the smartest, but also one of the most cowardly and quietest members of the Burke Dragon Training Academy. Despite his flaws, he is still a valued member of the gang. He may be the most cowardly of the group, but will face his fears when he is needed most. Fishlegs is also known as a vivid dreamer, who's also not very good at hiding his feelings, almost always blushing when complimented. Okay, I tried my best with Fishlegs. I don't think it's my best work. He has a extremely large and round face, and that is just not something that I think I can do in The Sims 4, but I did try my best. Hopefully it is up to y'all's standards. I did forget he has very large, high cheekbones, so I'm gonna give him those as well. Oh, I could also do this too. I think I've done a good job. His hair is also very specific. I'm assuming all of these Sims hairs are going to be. He has what looks like a very botched haircut, and then he has like one singular braid coming down. I don't know what I'm gonna do here for his hair. I'm just gonna try to find something similar. He's kind of giving like bowl cut-esque. I found this haircut, and I think this one is the most accurate one that I'm gonna be able to find. And I'm also just gonna give him a Viking helmet, even though his is like a tiny one. And with that, I think this is going to be Fishlegs face all complete. Let's move on to his outfit. Now, Fishlegs is wearing an outfit almost made entirely out of like fur, so this one might be a little bit trickier. I did download a fur coat though. I found the fur coat. Unfortunately, it is being affected by his hat, so I think I might have to have him lose the hat. Will any hat affect it? Oh, it's because it's attached to the hair. Odd. Okay. I think I'm gonna put him in this top. I don't really know. His outfit is very weird compared to the rest of them. The reason why his outfit is so difficult is, like I said before, he's literally just covered in fur. We'll just go with this. I really wish I could have him wear a hat. Why does it have to be in this? Like, why? I think this is gonna be as good as we get it for its outfit. I am a bit bummed about the fact that we can't have a hat, but it really just looks so terrible with the fur. Once again, gonna give him the friend of the animals aspiration. I think I'm gonna give him genius, since they said that he is smart on the wiki. I'm gonna give him love bug again, kind of like emotional. Oh, paranoid? Let's do paranoid. We'll also give him love bug. And that is going to be our Fishlegs recreation all complete. Maybe not the strongest out of the three, but we're not done yet. Snotlout. Hello, my editor has informed me that I forgot to record the part where I talk about Snotlout, so here I am. Snotlout can be arrogant to say the least, and prone to grandiose delusions of perfection, popularity, and attractiveness. Consequently, his determination to achieve these things caused him to have a huge problem with authority or the ability to admit responsibility for his mistakes or misdeeds. He often considers himself the smartest and strongest of the riders and longs for approval, despite the others often behaving as though they find him annoying and immature with a colossal ego. However, his bragging is not without basis, as he is quite a good fighter and smarter than the others think. Here is the face that I came up with for Snotlout. I really thought his name was Snotlout all these years, so now I'm like having an identity crisis about it. Anyways, I think I did a pretty good job. I don't know if his eyes are as like looking down as they are in the picture that I'm referencing, but I tried to make his eyes look a little bit more sleepy because of that. I also think I maybe made his eyes a little bit too upturned. Maybe they need to be more downturned or just straight across. That'll do. Okay, I think I did a pretty decent job. For his hair, he just kind of has like honestly what I would describe as like hockey guy hair or hat hair, which means your hair is only in a hat ever. And that's how it looks. It is kind of giving like spiky like this, but it's not giving like bangs like this is. We'll see what I can find. It kind of gives this, even though this looks really bad because it's a, you know, first gen base game hairstyle, but maybe I have something better. This looks a bit better, I think. Let me see. What does it look like with the Viking hat? Because of course he is also wearing a Viking helmet. They all are. Why can I see his forehead? What's happening here? From far away, you can't even tell, really, so I think it's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it looks like. He does have, like, sticky outy ears a little. But with that, I think this is Snotlout's face all complete. Hold on. That helped a little bit. I don't know. I feel like I made his face weird, but I tried my best. Let's move on to his outfit. Now, in the iteration that I'm looking at, he is also wearing a fur coat. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't want to use the cloak thing again because I really want him to wear the hat. I only did the cloak for Fishlegs because his whole outfit was made of fur, so I feel like it was like important that he wear a fur coat. I do have an idea for Snotlout here. I do have like a fur jacket. I feel like I can make it work. You just have to stick with me. Hear me out. I'm gonna search and get famous because there's normally good things in there. I like these pants here with the multiple belt. I wish I had like a fur vest that was like smaller, but I simply don't. And I promise I've looked near and far for fur coats and there is nothing. Do I have like an undershirt or something I can give him? Maybe it looks cooler without one, but I feel like he needs some chest hair or something then. Ooh, maybe like a necklace too. Like a big chunky necklace could be cool, I think. This could do. This could do. I feel like he needs like bandages on his hands as well. I don't know. I feel like it adds. And as for shoes, he is wearing a big pair of shoes like the rest of them. So I think I'm just going to give him the same shoes as I've been giving every other sim so far. These big boots. And I think that's going to be Snotlout's outfit. I think it's all right. It's similar, but not exact. Once again, I'm going to give him the same aspiration that I've been giving all of the characters so far. I'm going to give him self-absorbed. Bro. I wish there was like delusional. Let's do ambitious. And with that, this is going to be our Snotlout inspired sim all complete. I think it turned out pretty good. Moving on to our next sim, we are going to be doing Astrid. While I create Astrid's face, let me tell you a little bit about her. Astrid is an extremely bright, dutiful, and immensely devoted to her cause to be patriotic of the Viking ways, until dragons become an integral part of Berk. Competitive by nature and highly dedicated, Astrid works hard to achieve her goals. Astrid is emotionally driven and as a warrior is sworn to protect those she holds dear. Here is the face that I came up with for Astrid. I feel like I did a pretty decent job. All of these characters, once again's faces are very, very unique. The art style of How to Train Your Dragon is unlike any animated thing I've ever seen, the way that the characters' facial structures look. But I think she looks cute. I think she looks like Astrid. I do want to give her like a little bit of makeup, but not like makeup that looks like makeup. I'm thinking more like some little like blonde lashes. Yeah, some little brown lashes and some blush like so. And maybe a little bit of a gloss. Just a little bit. Now, Astrid's hair is very specific. Once again, there is a criminal lack of How to Train Your Dragon custom content. I definitely think I have a hair that's somewhat like hers, but we're not going to be able to find anything that is exact, like I've said with every character that we've done so far. This is my cry to custom content creators. If you are listening, please make custom content for How to Train Your Dragon. I beg of you. I beg of you. Something like this, something like this. I was thinking of like these ones. This one here is an option. It's an option for sure. Got the little side swept bang, very important. I'm also really worried about Astrid's outfit. I know we're not even at that part yet, but I'm just worried about it because I couldn't find anything. There's like nothing. So I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna stress about it until then, I guess. So I found this hair. The bangs are right. It just maybe isn't the best quality hair in my opinion. I don't know. I'll keep it for now. And if I decide that I hate it, I can always change it. I did download a headband for Miss Astrid. Don't know what it's gonna be in. You can't really see it under this hair, can you? Maybe we should find a different one then. I think I'm gonna go with this hair because it's got bangs. It's got a fun braid around it. It is in 2 braids rather than 1, but like I feel like we can't be choosers at this moment. And you can see a little peek of her headband. I'm happy with it. But with that, I think this is gonna be Astrid's face all complete. Let's move on to the outfit. Have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna do here. Let's see what I can find. In the outfit that I am basing Astrid's fit off of, she is wearing a little tiny fur coat, shoulder pads, an orange top, a skirt, leggings, and boots. I don't know. I'm very nervous for what this outfit's gonna look like. I think I like this top from Get Famous and this random CC skirt that I have because it kind of is giving like a padded vibe like her skirt is. And I really like that there's a shoulder pad on here. I can't give her a fur coat because the fur coat clashes with her headband, so we gotta make sacrifices. I have these little like fuzzy arm warmer things, which I think I'm gonna add. But yeah, she has fuzzy fur on her arms. I would love to add a belt of some sort. I like that. She is wearing leggings, and her leggings are blue, so I'm gonna give her these like tattered up blue leggings. She's also wearing fuzz. If I can get this fuzz here and then like the boots that everyone's wearing over top, that would be amazing. Will any shoes go over top of it, I wonder? Oh, we could use these boots instead because they have fuzz on them. You know what? Yeah, I like that. I feel like a necklace would be cool, so I'm gonna try and find a necklace. She does have a lot of skulls on her, so maybe a little skull necklace. Yeah, that's cool. And I think with that, this is gonna be Astrid's outfit all complete. Definitely a bit odd, but I feel like it kind of works. Gonna give Astrid the same aspiration. As for traits, I'm gonna give her ambitious, self-assured, and loyal. And with that, this is gonna be our Astrid recreation all complete. I think she turned out super stinking cute. And last but not least, we are going to be making Hiccup himself. I feel it is important to mention that Hiccup was like my first ever crush growing up. Him and Jack Frost, rent-free up here. Anywhoosies, while I make Hiccup's face, let me tell you a little bit about him. Despite his physical shortcomings, Hiccup does his best to succeed as a Viking. He is intelligent and is constantly creating inventions for various uses throughout the first film. Although his physical shortcomings, he is much stronger than he appears. He often doesn't think things through and is more determined to gain recognition of his peers than he is of others' orders, often causing problems for the tribe, including himself. Despite this, Hiccup shows great aptitude at being a strategist. He's very caring and sympathetic to the dragons specifically, and in the first movies, he's very shy and timid, but as the movies go on, he grows out of that and describes himself with a dramatic flair. Guys, I don't know. This is the face that I came up for him, but something about it is wrong. I don't know what it is. Something about it's not right. Maybe he needs hair. I don't know. But something about it's not right. He doesn't look like Hiccup to me. I can't get him to look like Hiccup. I'm so sorry. This is what I've got. I did download a special hair for him, and here it is. Hiccup's hair to me in the picture that I'm referencing looks like it's a little bit more like this color. So I think I'm gonna go with that. Why doesn't he look like him to me? I don't know. Something's wrong about him. Something's not right. But with that, this is gonna be Hiccup's face all complete. I think it looks all right. I tried my best. I don't know. I feel defeated with this one. I don't know why. Moving on to his outfit. I downloaded some outfits. I think they're full body ones though. Yeah, these ones down here look the most like what he's wearing to me. So I think I'm gonna go with that. It is a little like, oh, it's just the one outfit, but it's close enough to what he's wearing. I also unfortunately don't have his prosthetic leg, but I will be putting him in the same boots that I've been putting everyone in. Okay. I actually don't mind this. I think he looks really cool. And I guess with that, this is gonna be our Hiccup sim recreation all complete. I think he looks great. Other than I feel like his face is a little bit off, but I don't know what to do about it. I'm sorry. If you can figure out what is wrong with his face, like what I could have done to make him look a little bit more like Hiccup, please comment down below. Or if you think he looks exactly like Hiccup, also please comment that because that would make me feel better. For Hiccup's aspiration, I'm gonna give him the same one as all of his friends. I'm gonna give him the Maker, gonna give him Genius, and I'm gonna give him Ambitious as well. And with that, here is our Hiccup sim all complete. Hello, this is weeks later, but I forgot to tell you guys about a very important part of this video. There is a mod to have Toothless in your game. Here he is. Obviously, link the mod in my Patreon CC list if you are wanting to download it for yourself, but it is a functional dragon dog. Toothless is a dog. I don't know what else to say about it. The way that I did this, by the way, too, to make it easier for myself, is once you download the mod, literally just look up Toothless on the gallery and then include custom content and it'll be here because it's just easier that way. But yeah, just a quick side note, if you would like Toothless as your pet in The Sims 4, you can have that. I think you can also have Light Fury as well. That's all I had to say. Continue back to the outro of this video. I know I mentioned possibly making Astrid and Hiccup's younger versions as they are very different from their older versions, but I'm actually gonna go do that over on my Patreon. So if you're curious, the link to my Patreon will be down in the description below and you can find me creating them over on there. But if you're still here, thank you so much for watching all the way till the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like this video, maybe watch another one, as well as liking and subscribing, as it really helps out my channel. I would would also love to know which one of the characters that I made today was your favorite. I think my favorite's either Roughnut or Hiccup, but you can let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite. Also, if you're gonna go see the How to Train Your Dragon live action movie, or if you've already seen it, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it. I don't know if I'm gonna go see it in theaters. With the live actions, I've normally been waiting for them to like come out on streaming, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be influenced to go. If you like these Sims and you want to download them for yourself, you can find them on the gallery under these hashtags, or my gallery ID is just Ryeua Sim. But before you do so, make sure to check out the description where you can find a link to my Patreon post where you can find all the custom content used in this video, as if you download these Sims without the custom content, they won't look anything like you see here today. So definitely go down to the Patreon to check out the custom content list. My custom content lists are always free, so you don't gotta worry about that. Also, while you're in the description, you can find all the links to my other social medias like my Instagram, TikTok, and my Twitch, where I'm live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I know I've talked about my Patreon 3 times already, but you know where to find it in the description, where if you're in one of the paid tiers, you get exclusive content like the creation of Astrid and Hiccup younger versions, videos like these up to a day early, a shout out at the end of every single one of my videos, as do my channel members. And lastly, if you're going to be purchasing anything Sims from the EA app anytime soon, please consider using code RYEUASIM, as I receive a small commission when you do so. Hi besties! If you watched my last video, you guys would know that I was running a pack giveaway for my 2 years celebration on YouTube. So thank you so much to everyone who entered. We almost got 100 entries, so that's pretty crazy. And also thank you guys so much for all the sweet messages. I've been reading some periodically and you guys are just so sweet, and I don't deserve you, but thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you endlessly. Anyways, what you guys really care about is who won the giveaway. So like I said last time, we are going to be picking 4 winners. So I'm going to spin 4 times and then I will DM those people on Instagram. They have 24 hours to respond, and if they don't, then I will re-roll. Let's get into it. Our first winner is going to be More Nasimba. Congratulations. Make sure to check your DMs. Gonna hit a shuffle here to make it fair. And our next winner is going to be Lana GRX. Congratulations. Going forward, I'm just gonna shuffle in between each one. Our third winner is going to be Just Bronte _. Congratulations. Also, Bronte, like from you. And our last and final winner is going to be Kate Johnson 7. Congratulations to all the winners. I appreciate you guys endlessly for entering and for being here for the past 2 years. I hope you enjoyed today's video that you just watched. And once again, if your name was rolled today, make sure to check those Instagram DMs. My Instagram is just RyeauaSim, all one word. So that is the account that I will be messaging you guys from. And with all that being said, I will see you guys next time. Bye!